they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. With my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around us, how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle where nobody's fools. Unity sings louder than the lies they scheme. In the heart of the struggle, we dare to dream. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track.
Another Queen Amadaya production.
Haze on the corner, they talking real loud. Spreading no light, trying to bring me down. Enemies lurking, but I won't back away. Got a vision in my mind, I'm here to stay. With my crew beside me, we rise like a tide. When the storm gets rough, we ain't gonna hide. Propaganda swirling, but it won't touch me. Only love around us, how it's gonna be. Keep moving forward, never looking back. The truth's in the power, it's an unstoppable track. In the city lights where dreams collide, we hustle through the night, fire in our stride. Whispers in the dark can't dim my glow. With rhythm in my soul, I'm ready for the show. We break the chains, rewrite the rules in this concrete jungle.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Amadaya Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Amadaya Shakur, and this is your Saturday Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. All right, shout out to Vince I Am from the UK. Fatima is here. All right, Lorraine. Lillian X is in the house. All right, Juju. Okay, Letitia is here. All right, 504 Nola is in the house. Sheila Askins. All right, so shout out to all of my loyal royals and everyone tuning into the Queen. And a big shout out to my moderators because y'all know they be putting in work. Now, before we get started with these receipts, let's have a brief word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
All right, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. And you can also find it at Walmart.com. Okay, Vince I Am says, what happened to the name change in the Queendom chat? In the Queendom chat, I don't like it at all. Honey, I don't like it either. I don't like it either, okay? Because it makes me have to guess who people are, okay? And then some of you, I don't know who you are, okay? This is not a good idea as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, and without further ado, everybody hit that like button. Thank you in advance for your cooperation and your participation. So let's get into it. First things first. First things first. All right, Big Chief is in the house. Shelby said, you know me. Yeah, I do. Hey, we the people. Okay, so let's get into it. Listen, before we get into the Diddy stuff, let's talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. Because Sha'Carri was arrested for a domestic violence incident. And It just sounds to me like the police were doing too much. That's just my opinion. Now, of course, I don't condone domestic violence, but here's what they say. I'm going to read about 3 different reports because each of them has different information. Sha'Carri Richardson arrested in alleged domestic violence incident, according to police. Okay, it's so according to a report, Richardson was arrested for domestic violence on Sunday. Richardson and a male companion were involved in a verbal altercation as they exited through the airport security, according to the police report. Now, Richardson allegedly pushed a man and he fell into a nearby column. Now, that's what the Seattle Police Department says. So, police viewed airport security footage, and the video allegedly showed the man attempting to walk away from Richardson, but she continued to bump into him. Police also say Richardson threw a pair of headphones at the man. Yeah, I'm sure that hurt. Okay, Richardson was booked at the South Correctional Entity in Des Moines, Washington on Sunday and released on Monday, according to jail records. They say, we are aware of the report and we have no comments at this time. Now, this is what the USA Track and Field Division said. Now, Richardson ran an 11.7 and finished second in her heats in the 100 meters to advance to Friday's semifinal at the U.S. Track and Field Championships. Okay, she later withdrew from the 100 semifinal, but has decided to run in the 200 on Sunday. Now, the U.S. Championship serves as a qualifying meeting for the World Championships. Richardson has a buy into the 100 at this year's World Championships because she is the defending champion. Now, with that all being said, this just sounds like to me. Now, I could be wrong, but this sounds to me like they just wanted to arrest her. Okay, that's just my opinion. Because if the young man didn't want to press any charges, why was she even arrested? Okay, why was she even arrested? Somebody called the police and they came over and arrested her. Okay, so now this other report basically says the same thing. Police attended reports of an altercation at the airport on Sunday with 4th-degree domestic violence. I want y'all to pay attention. Does anyone know what 4th-degree domestic violence is? Okay, Natasha said she was being aggressive. Yeah, she was. From the sounds of it, I absolutely agree. But 4th-degree domestic violence, okay, please pay attention. That's literally a nothing burger. Okay, so according to the reports, they say an officer at the airport was notified by a Transportation Security Administration supervisor of a disturbance between Richardson and her boyfriend, sprinter Christian Coleman, who was also scheduled to compete at the championships. Now, the report says Richardson was detained on Sunday, the 27th of July, and then released the following day. In the police report, the officer said, I was told Coleman did not want to participate any further in the investigation and declined to be a victim. On Thursday, Richardson ran in the opening round of the women's 100 meter. Okay, so he didn't want to press any charges. And that makes sense. And that really, now once in the chat, if you all think that is domestic violence, once in the chat, if you all call that domestic violence, once in the chat, if you all feel like that's what you would call domestic violence. Okay, I see 1, a couple of 1s, a couple of 2s. Sheila Askin says nope. Okay, to me, that's just her being petty. I wouldn't say that was domestic violence either. Okay, that's just my opinion. Now, here is the last report. Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested in Seattle after an alleged physical altercation with her boyfriend, Olympic sprinter Christian Coleman, at the airport. Charged with 4th-degree domestic violence assault, the incident reportedly included shoving and throwing objects. Though Coleman declined to press charges, Richardson was briefly jailed and later withdrew from key races. Okay, they say that the incident turned physical. Now, according to multiple reports, Richardson and Coleman got into a heated verbal spat as they exited the TSA security. A police officer on the scene claimed to have witnessed Richardson repeatedly push Coleman until he fell into a nearby column. Airport surveillance footage allegedly supports this account, showing Coleman trying to walk away while Richardson continued to bump into him and at one point threw a pair of headphones in his direction. It doesn't say if the headphones hit him, but she at least threw them in his direction. Now, despite the scene that unfolded, Coleman reportedly declined to press charges and stated that he did not want to be considered a victim. However, that did not stop authorities from detaining Richardson. Well, of course not. Who was booked at the South Correctional Entity in Des Moines, Washington, the same day. All right. So they say that USA Track and Field acknowledged the reports, but chose to remain silent on the matter, offering no official comments. Just days after the arrest, Richardson was back on the track, but the drama off track seemed to linger. On Friday, August the 1st, Richardson withdrew from the semifinals and also pulled out of the 200-meter race. Still, she holds an automatic bid for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo as the reigning world champion in the 100 meters. Okay, just weeks ago, Richardson was riding high, taking home silver at the 100 meters and gold in the women's 400-meter relay at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Now, the arrest cast a shadow on her rising legacy, sparking questions about how personal turbulence may affect her professional future. Okay, that's really sad. Okay, I wish that she had controlled herself better and not gotten into a little shoving match or whatever. Goodness rated both said they could have let her go. I agree. I don't think it was that serious. Nobody was hurt. It was just a little push. Anyway, with that all being said, the police saw her. So, I mean, if the police see a crime in progress, they're likely going to arrest you. Okay? That's what they're likely going to do. So, anyway, everybody get those likes up. Everybody get those likes up. All right. So, well, the good news is Christian's not pressing any charges. So, we don't have to worry about her further going to jail. Okay? Or any of that. Now, let's talk about Diddy. Because y'all, please pay attention, honey. Bail decision. Let me just share this on the screen because you got Tisa Tails over here lying. You got Tisa Tails over here lying again. I don't know why she doesn't stop. Well, I guess she's a pathological liar, so you can't stop. I guess there's that. But nonetheless, she said that the judge denied Diddy's bail. Okay? Then some of her people, they love to come and tell the rest of us, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Well, no, we're not wrong because it's not been reported anywhere. I can't find it anywhere. That Diddy has been denied bail. And I would think that it would take a bit longer, okay, than just a few hours after he received the opposing information. The judge, that is, received the opposing information from the prosecution. So Juju said she's toxic as F. Okay, I have to agree. Okay, so let's get into it because here's what they say. Bail decision still undecided. Diddy awaits outcome on $50 million request ahead of sentencing. Okay, and this came out yesterday. And today's Saturday, so the judge is not working today. All right, so with that all being said, Sean Diddy Combs' legal battles just took a dramatic turn. Despite hopes for a release on bail, federal prosecutors insist the hip-hop mogul must remain behind bars as he awaits sentencing. Now, with new claims that his prison term could be substantially higher than initially estimated, Diddy's future and freedom hang in the balance. So in early July, Diddy was acquitted of serious racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking charges that could have carried life sentences. However, he was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution after arranging for girlfriends and male workers to travel for encounters that he recorded. Now, each count carries a potential sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Let me just remind you, for those of you who may have forgotten, or those of you who were not here when I discussed this, they usually don't give a person 10 years for the Mann Act violations unless they are a repeat offender or they had did something involving someone under the age. Okay, and of course, it's up to the judge's discretion. Okay, and mind you, the prosecution is now saying that they want him to get more serious time or more lengthy time, but they're going to have to prove why they should. Okay, because the judge did tell them to bring in some similar cases to Diddy. He also told the defense the same thing. Mark Agnifilo said it was hard to find cases, and he reviewed at least 100. Okay, and I reviewed at least 30 to 35 myself. It's hard to find cases where you can find something that matches Diddy. Okay, his situation to even help with the sentencing. So with that all being said, initially prosecutors suggested that sentencing guidelines indicated a 4 to 5 year prison term. However, according to the Daily Mail, prosecutors revealed in a Manhattan federal court filing on Thursday that they now believe the sentencing guidelines will be substantially higher, signaling the possibility of longer punishment. I think the prosecution is full of BS. I think they're lying. I think that they're only saying that. Now, they could be telling the truth, but I want to wait and see. But at the end of the day, they could be just lying, just to try to get the judge not to grant Diddy bail, okay? To make it seem like he's a flight risk. Because here's the thing. When their whole argument in the paperwork, for those of you who saw the live, when I went through the legal docs of their opposition to the defense, to their motion for bail, their new request for bail, well, they kept talking about him being a flight risk. Now, that doesn't even make any sense. And in fact, it's insidiously obtuse to suggest that the man would be on a flight trying to leave, or he would be a flight risk when he's facing a short amount of time. Okay, so now what do? They come out and say, well, after all, it's significantly higher than we thought. I think that's all cap, because how did it go from being 63 months, which is what they initially asked for, okay, which is just a little over 5 years? How did it go from that to all of a sudden it's significantly higher? Where are they getting this all from? Okay, how did they not know that in the beginning? Aren't they, in fact, supposed to be experienced? I have several questions. Okay, so please pay attention. All right, please pay attention. Now, Vince I Am says they really don't want Diddy to get bail so bad. That's so bad. They can try sitting down somewhere, and that's what they need to do. And that is exactly what it is. Natasha said, making up stuff. I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it, beloved. Okay, so now it goes on to say they argued that the risk of flight has increased and opposed Diddy's renewed request for release on $50 million for the bail before the October 3rd sentence. And here's the thing. If I were Diddy, I wouldn't even be worried about getting bail at this point, because we're in August. He only has 2 months before the hearing for his sentencing, which is October the 3rd. So he literally only has like 2 months. So it really shouldn't even be that big of a deal. And here's the thing. If he gets sentenced, after he's sentenced, if he doesn't just walk away with time served, whatever they sentence him to, even if it's a short term, that means he's going to have to go back to jail. So would you really want to come home for just 2 months and then enjoying life and everything and getting used to it, then only to turn around 2 months later? And we all know how quickly 2 months goes by, and then have to turn around and go right back in 2 months? I think that it would probably be best for him if he just stayed there and did those 2 months. Okay. And of course, that would also be added to time served, which by October, he will have been in prison for a year. Okay. So on the day of the verdict, Diddy's defense lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, argued that his client should be granted immediate bail. However, Judge Aaron Subramanian denied the request, ruling that Diddy had not met the standard of showing by clear and convincing evidence a lack of danger to any person in the community. Listen, like I told you all yesterday, they let killers, people that have murdered people, they grant them bail. So what's the problem? Why are they acting like Diddy's so dangerous? And do you really think Diddy's going to put up $50 million? Okay, after he's had to spend all of these millions on his attorney fighting for his life, okay? You really think he's going to just walk away from $50 million? Okay, I don't think so. And I don't think they think so either. They're just putting up a fuss because the prosecution is upset because they had to take that L. That's what that's all about, if you ask me. They're upset that they had to take that L. Okay, please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about Trump, because now they're saying that Trump is saying that, well, maybe he won't give Diddy a pardon after all. And he brought up stuff that Diddy said about him. Here's the thing. Ed 555 said the diddler is dangerous. I mean, well, he could be, but I don't think he's dangerous to the extent that he would do anything to cost himself $50 million. That would be so stupid. And he's not even facing a lot of time. I don't care what the prosecution says. Diddy is not facing a lot of time. They're lying. Okay, watch what I tell you. Okay, so with that all being said, Trump addresses pardon decision for Sean Diddy Combs, says mogul was half innocent. Okay, now President Trump is breaking his silence on pardoning Sean Diddy Combs for the first time since the music mogul was acquitted of the most serious charges in a federal S-trafficking or S-crimes trial last month. Now, in an interview that aired August the 1st on Newsmax, that was yesterday, okay, I'm just going to go to it, share my screen. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share.
Mr. President, just about pardons. I've got three names for you. And the first one, look, the media didn't care about this story when Joe Biden was in office. Suddenly they care about this story again. Ghislaine Maxwell serving 20 years in prison for sex trafficking. Is clemency on the table for her in exchange for testimony?
I'm allowed to do it, but nobody's asked me to do it. I know nothing about it. I don't know anything about the case, but I know I have the right to do it. I have the right to give pardons. I've given pardons to people before, but nobody's even asked me to do it.
Sean Diddy Combs.
Right.
Would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know what they do. He's still in jail or something, but he was celebrating a victory, but he seems, I guess it wasn't as good as a victory. Probably, I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you, sir.
And it's hard, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know, it's more difficult. It makes it more, I'm being honest, it makes it more difficult to do.
But more likely a no for Combs,
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about George Santos?
Boy.
He just went away, 7 years.
He was, he lied like hell.
Okay, so you all heard that. He said, probably not. Now, here's the thing. Miss Sheila said, I believe by the sound of Garagos, they are not worried about Diddy getting much time. No, they're absolutely not. They're absolutely not. Because listen, there is no case where a John got serious time. And in most cases, the Johns weren't even ever prosecuted in the first place. Now, unless the judge wants to look like he's a whole racist and being clearly biased, like he looked in the courtroom, well, I don't think he's going to give Diddy a lot of time at the end of the day. That's just my opinion. But here's the thing I want you all to pay attention to, because as you saw, I just showed you the proof of receipts that they're saying the bail decision has not been denied. Now, Tisa Tells did a video, and on the thumbnail, it said bail denial incoming with like a question mark or something like that. In the video, she literally says that Diddy has been denied bail. Okay, so that's a whole lie. She also said, and I told you all this the other day, that Diddy had been begging Trump for a pardon, that he had been petitioning Trump for a pardon. And then she patted herself on the back for that lie that she told 8 months ago. Okay, she told that lie 8 months ago that he was begging for a pardon, a presidential pardon, that she didn't know if he was going to try to get one from Biden or Trump, because Biden was still in office at the time. Okay, because Trump's only been in there 7 months. Well, this is 8th month now. But she said at the time she didn't know, and I played the audio for those of you who missed the video. Okay, so she said that Diddy was begging for a pardon, petitioning, and all of this. And the other day, she's like, oh, I told you guys. See, you heard it here first. I was the one that said it, People said I was lying. Yeah, I said you were lying because you are a liar who lies, and you were lying. But here's the proof right here. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Now, let me just share this on the screen. Okay, let me just share this on the screen. And ChatGPT exposed her too for being a liar. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, because we're going to keep going in on these liars out here spreading mis and disinformation. Okay, so in an interview that aired August 1st on Newsmax with host Rob Finnerty, Trump discussed the possibility of presidential pardon for Combs, convicted ex-trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell, and former Rep. George Santos. Okay, so we already know about that part. Now, on July the 2nd, jurors found Combs not guilty of the most serious charges of racketeering and ex-trafficking, ex-girlfriends Cassandra Ventura, Fine, and a woman known as Jane. Okay, so prosecutors had accused him of coercing the women to participate in rug-fueled S parties, known as freak-offs that sometimes lasted for days. Combs was convicted on 2 lesser charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, Trump says he's half innocent. Okay, he talks about that in the supposed victory. Now, USA Today reached out to reps for Combs for comment. During the interview, Trump said, probably before pausing and revealing to Finnerty, I was very friendly to him. I got along with him great. He seemed like a nice guy, da, da, da. Okay, and then we're going to skip past all of that. Then Trump replied, I'd say no, when Finnerty clarified by asking if it was more likely or a no for pardoning Combs. Now, in the interview, Trump was seemingly referencing Combs' expletive-filled 2017 comments in the Daily Beast. Now, you all remember I showed you a video about that. Diddy was saying Trump was racist. I don't know what he said to the Daily Beast, but I do know that on a video when he was talking to Charlemagne the Devil, I do believe, he said something about Trump being a racist and all of this, right? And of course, he was pushing for the Democrats. Now, goes on to say, in the interview, Trump was seemingly referencing Combs' expletive-filled 2017 comments in the Daily Beast, essentially saying that Black people don't really care about Trump. Now, the tomfoolery that's going on in D.C., that's just regular everyday business to Black folks. This is what Combs said, okay? And adding later in the interview that he had to keep it focused on that self-love that we need to give our race. Now, here's the part you need to pay attention to, because Tisa Tells has been lying for 8 months, saying that Diddy and his team were petitioning, saying they had petitioned for a presidential pardon to Biden or Trump, and that they were begging, and they tried all they could do and were desperate. Well, here it says Trump first weighed in on the possibility of pardoning Combs on May the 30th in the Oval Office. And here's what he said. Nobody's asked about a pardon. Okay, that's what he said when they asked him about giving Diddy a pardon. He said, nobody's asked about a pardon, but I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think some people have been very close to asking. Okay, I haven't spoken to him in years. He really liked me a lot. Okay, and so that's what I wanted you all to pay attention to. They did not reach out to Trump for a pardon. They did not petition Trump for a pardon. So in fact, if Trump doesn't give Diddy a pardon, Diddy likely doesn't give a darn. Okay, because he didn't ask you for one, Trump. Dump. And another thing is this. Diddy is not going to get a lot of time. Okay, I can tell you that right now. Just remember, you heard it here first. I'm telling you, Diddy is not going to get a lot of time. Okay, probably anywhere, like I told you all before, from about 13 to, well, I'm going to say 0. I'm going to say anywhere from 0 to about 31 months. Okay, 0 to 31 months. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, so with that all being said, Goodness Rated Bo said, Queen, if you had a daughter and if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want my child to come in contact with a person like Diddy or Maxwell. They both are the same. Deviants Diddy met Cassie at 17. First of all, Goodness Rated Bo, I get why you feel that way, beloved, but here's the thing. Diddy did not come into contact with Cassie when she was 17. She absolutely did not, or he absolutely did not. Okay, see, this is the thing. Some of y'all be talking and you don't even have all the facts. All right? Diddy didn't start messing around with Cassie until she was 21. Okay? That's what Cassie testified to in court, that she made a fake flyer. Diddy made a fake flyer. She presented it to her boyfriend at the time, Ryan Leslie, and lied and had him thinking she was going to Miami to perform. But she went there and was on a yacht with Diddy on her 21st birthday. And also, at the end of the day, she didn't even meet Diddy until she was 19. That's when Ryan Leslie bought her to get a deal with Bad Boy, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. And furthermore, the bottom line is, even if he did meet her when she was 17, she was dating Ryan Leslie. She was dating Ryan Leslie. And she didn't do anything with Diddy until her 21st birthday. So Diddy is not like Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell is a known, a proven, a tried and convicted trafficker of children. Diddy is not that. Diddy has not even been convicted of trafficking, period. Okay, now please stop spreading malicious lies and rumors. If you don't like Diddy, that's one thing, but let's not spread lies. And speaking of lies, let's get into it. Okay, because Tisa Tells told some other lies And about the presidential pardon, I'm going to prove that's a lie further by showing what ChatGPT said. Okay. Like, sub, everyone, please like and share. And this is how we're going to debunk Tisa's lies all the time from here on out. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, like, sub, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. So here's what it says. Hold on. Why is this looking crazy like this? Hold on. Let me just take it down a little bit. Okay. Now here's what it says. Can you all see that? Hold on. I was wondering why my screen's acting crazy. Okay, so here's what it says. Now this, you can type it into ChatGPT yourself. Okay. Let me try to enlarge this a little bit again. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. So here's what it says. Did Diddy or his team ask Trump for a pardon? Can you all see the question? That's what I typed in. Okay, because even though I have the article, I still wanted further proof. Did Diddy or his team ask Trump for a pardon? It says there are no credible records showing that Sean Diddy Combs or anyone on his team ever asked President Donald Trump for a presidential pardon. Okay, Trump issued quite a few pardons during his final weeks in office, but Diddy was not on the list of applicants for a request. Okay, he was not on the list of applicants, requests, or recipients, according to the DOJ and White House pardon logs. They keep records of all this stuff. So if anybody made a request, a petition, they would have records of it. So that means Tisa will be able to show you facts and receipts. And she can't, because there are none, because she lied. No reputable, please pay attention. No reputable publications or insiders, because she's always talking about, got insiders. Well, she may have them, but they're not reputable. Okay, like Tyrone Blackburn, for example. Now, no reputable publications or insiders have reported that Diddy or his representatives reached out to the Trump administration for clemency. However, we do know that I reported the other day, because it was all over the news, where the White House reached out to Diddy's team. They reached out to them. Okay. And even when they spoke, when reporters spoke to Mark Agnifilo, he said he didn't know what the White House had in mind or what the president had on his mind. And that basically lets you know that Mark Agnifilo didn't send any petition, sign any petition for Diddy to get a damn pardon from Trump. Okay, that's why he said he doesn't know what the Trump. He can't tell you what the president has on his mind. But let's continue. Now it says, here's the part y'all need to pay attention to. If you've seen a rumor circulating suggesting otherwise, I can look into where it's coming from or trace its source. Just send it to me. Well, I'm so glad you said that, ChatGPT, because here's what I said. I asked ChatGPT, did the rumor come from Tisa Tales? Okay, and here's what they said. Well, no, I didn't do that yet. This came up. It says, so far, the rumor mostly appears to be coming from social media commentary and speculative blog posts. These are likely people repeating Tisa's lies, not from any legitimate news reporting or documented sources. A few points on where it's been repeated. On Twitter, Instagram comment sections began pushing the idea after lawsuits and federal raids on Diddy were made public. Some users speculated that he must have asked Trump to help for help because other celebrities like Lil Wayne and Kodak Black did. Gossip sites and YouTube T channels. Some thumbnails and video titles claim he reached out to Trump for a pardon. But once you watch them, they're just guessing and don't cite any insiders or evidence. A couple of clickbait blogs reposted phrases like reportedly begged Trump for a pardon. But when traced, those blogs link back to anonymous tweets rather than journalism. It says, would you like me to trace the earliest social media post that started it or identify the exact blogs, videos spreading it the most? And that's when I said, is it coming from YouTuber Tisa Tales? And guess what? As you can see, ChatGPT said yes. Tisa Tales is one of the YouTubers helping to push that rumor. She posted videos over the past few months speculating about Diddy's legal troubles. And in several of her titles and thumbnails, she suggests that Diddy secretly reached out to Donald Trump for a pardon. his camp was begging or trying to lean on old favorites with Trump. But when you actually watch the videos, she typically phrases it as speculation, allegedly, a word on the street. Isn't that what I told y'all she does? Didn't I tell y'all this? Can I get a witness? Didn't I tell you all that when she says, oh, my insiders told me, oh, the legal experts are all saying, oh, the word on the street. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? And her people want to say somebody's hating on her. No, honey, we're exposing her for filth. I guess ChatGPT is hating on her too. But let's continue. Because then goes on to say, she says word on the street rather than presenting any direct evidence or sources. From what I can tell, her channel is one of the main places where the theory started catching traction and getting repeated on social media. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. And then it says, want me to pull the specific video links and titles where she claims that so you can see exactly how it's being framed? No, thank you, ChatGPT. I think we have enough information for now, beloved. Okay, anybody got something to say? Anybody got something to say, honey? She is just a liar. Okay, she is just a liar. And let me tell you all something. Why she needs to continuously be exposed for painting these lies and fake narratives. Because what happens is this. I want you all to pay attention. You see how ChatGPT said she's one of the main ones pushing it, and it looks like other blogs or sites just repeated it? That's what happened because she has this huge following. She has over 500,000 subscribers. So she can literally carry the algorithm. Okay? She can literally carry the algorithm. So when she's doing this, when she's telling all these lies, then other people who don't do their due diligence or research, okay, because they just think because she's got all these followers that she's telling the truth, then they start repeating the same foolishness that she's repeating. And so now when people like me, okay, or Straight Game TV, when he's Delroy Richardson, when we're telling the truth, when people like Conversations with Jay, Armand Wiggins, and many other people that tell the truth, memes, make it make sense. When we're out here spreading the truth, then people will sometimes think we're lying because they're listening to this liar who has all of these people, over 500,000 followers, spreading these lies. And a lie, as we know, spreads quicker than the truth. Okay? So with that all being said, Red Diary said, you did ask ChatGPT a leading question, though. Well, of course I did. That's what it said. It doesn't matter. It still gave the correct answer. Okay. And then it even said you can look, they can give you the links. Okay. So it doesn't matter how I ask the question. The bottom line is she's a liar who lies. Okay. Let's not try to make excuses for pathological liars. Let's not do that because when we do that, we look stupid just like them. Okay, we look just as stupid as they do. Okay, so Booker says she's just a liar. Sing it, Queen. Okay, she absolutely is. Red Diary said, LOL, at least you honest. Exactly. I'm not going to sit up here and tell a lie. Tell a lie for what? You know how stupid I would feel if I said something that I knew wasn't true. And then people started going in on me saying that I'm a whole liar. You have no credibility, no integrity. And now you just look like a whole damn fool. Tisa Tales says she's a journalist. She's never been to anybody's college for journalism. All she is a tabloid. Okay. She's like the National Enquirer. Remember how they tell those lies back in the day? And then they would say, well, you know, a pal said, and they would never say who the pal was. Okay. That's just a good way to keep lying. Okay, that's just a good way to keep lying at the end of the day. Miss AP said, Queen is our hero. Thank you, beloved. The truth is going to be told over here. Now, with that all being said, y'all, we have to talk about poor Dr. Umar's daughter. We have to talk about Dr. Umar's daughter. This is so sad. Okay, this is absolutely so sad. Please pay attention. Now, here's the thing. Hold on, guys. We have to pay attention to this because I really think that his daughter has some sort of mental health issues. I don't know, but that's how it seems. So let's get into it. I'm going to show a couple of videos about her and different things that she's done. But now, and then did you all know that she supposedly pretended she was dead, like faked a death or something, made a post about being dead for clout. Did you all hear about that once in the chat? If you all heard about that, this is not normal behavior. Once in the chat. Did anybody hear this? Okay, so we're going to get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. This is all so sad. Dr. Umar, rather than sitting here arguing with that lady that he calls Medea, he needs to be trying to see what's going on with his daughter, because I just feel bad for her. It is just obvious to me that something is not right. Then they had said that she was home. I'm going to go to that video first. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Umar got my number from when I was texting him when that whole situation happened. Umar is not trying to help me at all. Matter of fact, I don't even have that number. He know my Instagram. He can DM me. He hasn't done that. Why? Because he don't give two fucks about me. And instead of telling the internet, I don't give two fucks about my daughter, he rather get on here and lie and pretend like he's trying to help me out. He's not. He's not. Even if Umar offered me a place to stay, I wouldn't be staying with him. If he helped me get an apartment, that's something different. I would never stay with him. I would feel, that would just make me feel uncomfortable. If Umar wanted to help me, Umar can DM me. Everybody know me as Nisa to go. Nisa to go, Nisa to go, Nisa to go. You type in Nisa to go, I come right up. You can find me. You go on TikTok and search up Dr. Umar's daughter. You can find me. It's tons of videos. He is not trying to help me. So when y'all get on here and y'all say these things, it frustrates me because he's not trying to help me. He has 1.1 million followers. He's doing this for his image. I don't know how much money that man got. I don't give two fucks. He's not trying to help me. And if he was, y'all know, I would post about it. I would let y'all know. So y'all.
All right, so y'all heard that. She said Dr. Umar's not trying to help her, and that's when she was saying that she was homeless. Okay, and it's really sad. It's really sad. It sounds like she needs some type of mental health issue, or has some type of mental health issues, when you listen to some of the other things that she says. Okay, I'm moving on to the next video. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love, because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging nobody. The only thing good that's coming out of this unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it.
All right, y'all hear that? Dr. Umar said pick a side and stay on it. That's what he said. Now, the interesting thing is, some years ago, before she came out and started saying that she was his daughter and that he's deadbeat, basically, he literally said that she may expose him one day. So obviously he knew it was coming. Okay, please pay attention. Panther Strike said, what caused their division? Well, I don't know, beloved, but Dr. Umar says that it was the mother. And then he also said something about his phone number has been the same for 20 years. And basically, I guess saying she could have reached out to him, the daughter. But to me, you're the parent. Okay, you should have been reaching out to her. That's just my opinion.
I think she had on shorts with maybe some sneakers, or she ain't have on no socks. She ain't have shit on her hair. But she would not let me get up. Then I got up and was at her again, hit her. She tried to hit me, I ducked that shit, bitch. No bitches ain't like that. You know, fucked up my outfit. No, she didn't. I don't got no scratches. What did you really do? Bitch, I won. Fuck is you talking about, bitch?
Okay, so you all see right there, she seemed to have been speaking to herself and answering herself. Okay, did you all hear that? It sounds like she was speaking to herself and then asking a question and then answering it herself. Did y'all hear how she was talking? She definitely seems to have some mental health issues. But this is Tia Kemp, Rick Ross's baby mom, going in on Dr. Umar. This serves no purpose other than for a good laugh because she really went in on him. This lady is hilarious to me.
It's for you, Dr. Umar. Yo, big, fat, sloppy, bad body, flea market shirts wearing, wanna be woke behind you, big liar. All you do, you a culture vulture. Stop lying. You worse than the people that you out here talking about and taking people money, talking about you building and opening up a school. You ain't opening up nothing, dog face lying doctor. You ain't no doctor. You a liar, dog. You won't even go make a relationship with your grown daughter. She don't need to put her mama on the phone. She 21 or 22 years old. You call your daughter. I went over there and left some comments on your page, and I'm finna go back right now and see if you done blocked me, you nappy face, funky, hating snow bunnies. You probably done had something about some snow bunnies. I don't know. You got some dog secrets that need to be told. You always in somebody's business and worry about somebody's business and lying to people, trying to get people to donate money to you, but you're a big liar, dog. You ain't stand on your own business, bro. I'm finna go to your page right now, dog. If you block me, because the people saying you blocking them. They saying you blocking them. Nah, you ain't blocked me yet. You ain't blocked me, sucker. This dog, stop with all that old wanna be fair. You need to stop it. Call your daughter. Nobody don't care nothing about you paying no child support for no years. Who cares? They always think a check means something. Call your child, stupid. Out here telling people what to do with themselves. You old dumb dozen. I can't stand a silly. Can't stand these niggas get out here and act like they so this and that, and then all their secrets come out. Just lying. No culture vulture, man. Y'all can believe that sucker if you want to. I used to follow him. I've been unfollowing him. He do too much. He act like he hate women. He do. Over there ain't even talk to your child. Talking about some struggling streamer. So what is she talking about? What's really going on in her life? Why she got to be a struggling streamer? What type of father is you? He's going to get back at you. I don't give a damn. I don't care what he say.
That lady is something else, honey, okay? She is something else. Here we go.
People in real life?
I haven't heard, no.
You serious? Dr. motherfucking Umar. This is crazy.
Isn't it?
Umar, you gotta give me
Super
some
crazy.
you gotta give us some answers. It's nothing good to say about him. I can't see him, and he talk about the black queens. I can't see him throwing both. I can't see him doing it.
That's not to say that there's nobody out there that can say something positive, but just not from my side of the family. Mm-mm.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's like either my way or the highway. That's deep. That's deep, man.
All right, moving right along. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Now I'm going to put an overlay over this because even though Kevin Samuels is passed away, his family may still own his podcast. So with that all being said, this is one of his clips when somebody was asking him about Dr. Umar.
You mean Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married? Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from. Dr. Umar, hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-African, Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother Garland, Cocoa Butter and sea moss gold and shit.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Okay. That was funny. Now, here's the lady that he calls Medea going in on him. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share.
Hacking your Instagram. You swear it's me that stole your rental car keys. You swear it's me that stole your tea container. Y'all, he got a tea container the size of my fridge, nothing but tea. And I just got rid of it. He swears I'm the one that stole his sink stoppers. This is funny, but I'm not lying. This is how drug addicts and maniacs that go manic act. I'm the reason for everything. Now I done took off with FDMG's banking statements. I probably stole the blueprints to FDMG too late. This motherfucker tell it. I'm not a health aide. He knew that. He knows where I work. I have to be sworn in where I work. I've touched $1 billion worth of accounts. Why the fuck would I fuck with FDMG paperwork? But you've been caught with an FBI file. So are you an informant? We shall see.
Not an FBI file. What's really going on, Dr. Umar? But let's keep going.
I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman. Let me say that one more time. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman, nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not, because I do not support that lifestyle. I love all African people. I love you as my child. I love all African people. I love you as my child, but I will not co-sign that. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that nonsense. Mama Smurf, I cannot believe you allowed our daughter to get caught up in this nonsense. You should have gave me my baby. I'm talking to Mama Smurf.
Does anyone have any idea why he calls them Mama and Daughter Smurf? I guess that makes him Papa. Anyway. Okay, so now this video is Dr. Umar's daughter Nisa reportedly dead. This is the one where they say she faked her death or tried to act like she was dead or whatever. This is also sad. Now, this is supposedly a video. They said this was the last video she posted before she supposedly was dead. Okay, please pay attention.
Most of my heartbreaks came from the people that I thought I loved. The people that I thought would have had my back no matter what. They never came from what I didn't know, because they don't owe me no loyalty. They always came from that I thought I loved.
Okay, so that was a video, like I said, that was captioned as her last video before she died. Now, she's not even dead, but here is why people thought she was. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. This is all nefarious.
Dr. Umar's daughter posted, "Does anyone know where Anissa is? She was found unalived with a gunshot wound to the head in a trap house down North Philly. She claimed live last week she didn't have any family, so please keep her in your prayers." Basically, the post is saying that she's not alive no more. And it's like, I hope this is not an attention-seeking thing, because his daughter is an attention seeker. So hopefully she's still alive. But I hope, like, she's okay. But she posted this and said that the person that posted it said they have her password. So it's like, we'll see what happens. But this woman is an attention seeker, so I hope that this is, like, fake. And I also hope that she knows this isn't something to joke about. But we'll see what happens in the next few hours or next day.
And in the next few hours, she was right back online. That's what happened, okay? For anybody who missed it. For in the next few hours. Now, this was posted to her own account. And after it was posted, there was a message saying that this person posting it had her password, which is very suspicious. Okay? Very suspicious. Soul Sister said, Medea is better than Throat Goat. I would have to agree. Absolutely, beloved. Okay, I would have to agree. Okay, so with that all being said, hold on for just a second. I was trying to go to a comment. Red Diary says this whole internet has been about attention seeking. It's an attention economy. Well, you know, some people absolutely are attention seeking on the internet, but those of us who get attention in real life don't need to come to the internet for that. The only time, you know, you can always tell when people are attention seeking on the internet, that's when they tell a whole lot of lies. Okay. People who tell lies and clout chase, absolutely. Okay. They must not be getting attention elsewhere. So they need to come to the internet and make up stories and fabricate things. Okay, now here's the thing. This is the video that I want you all to see because shout out to Trees. What's her name again? Hold on. Trees T6. Okay, shout out to Trees T6 because I was watching her video and she has the footage that has since been removed of Dr. Umar's daughter after she got into that nasty little fight. Okay, it's all so sad. But anyway, her face was bleeding and all of that. So, likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Shout out to Trees T6. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I'm gonna put a little music in the background also, just to keep from getting any copyright claims or what have you. And so her face was all bloody. Some girls, I guess, jumped her, and she actually goes to the hospital and all of that. Now, this was very concerning as far as for me, anyway, as far as I could see.
I'm gonna have to mind y'all.
I'm in survival mode. I'm thinking like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So you got the key to your house. Okay, I locked the door. That's not gonna do shit. You can still come in here. So I'm thinking, all right, let me go in the bathroom. I'm gonna lock the bathroom. I got like, first of all, I had one knife. I had one knife in my pants. The other knives was in the kitchen. And I don't know if he moved them or what. But like, I don't think y'all understand. If they would have came in there, I would have stabbed somebody and I would have got charged for that. And I probably would have been doing time. Imagine it's one of you and you don't know how many, just like, bro. And Zach is so fucking retarded that he would do some shit like that. I tell y'all all the time, Zach is not stupid.
I don't know if there's any truth to it, so I will be looking to see if Zach responded to her claims.
What went down this week between y'all?
So I had her staying in my apartment, and she's been causing problems like on her live with other people in the city, like trying to cause drama, like want to fight people. And then somebody came to my apartment yesterday wanting to fight her.
Oh, okay.
So do you know?
So she
had to go. Do you live by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Did you call the cops or she called the cops?
But the cops, she was scared for her life.
Head on over to Rodney and Melissa Evolving to.
Wait a minute, girl. Listen.
Maybe 5 to 10 minutes within the live, she gets into this altercation, but the video stops right before it happens. So I believe Anissa saw her attacker or attackers approaching, and she paused her live and got back on the screen, and she was bloodied. Okay. Trigger warning. If you cannot handle seeing blood or injuries, click off now. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Ah, fuck. I keep burning my This don't even ignite that.
Again, in Philly, getting silly.
You got some gas?
And listen, we know where you at. You turn that camera on, you getting beamed on.
Hey, look. Hold up.
You homeless, but you got money for weed. You gotta keep your head on the swivel. I think she on Germantown Avenue.
I don't even know that.
Damn!
Did you know them? Yes, I know. Oh my God.
They said, did you know them? They came and they saw, they conquered. From record sales to sold out concerts. You cannot talk as big stuff as she talks without getting dealt with. Do you understand that? And listen, the attack I got the footage. Let me go in my what you call 'em? The girl came in with a kangaroo jump and beamed down on her ass. Hold on. Wait a minute, girl. Listen, Philly. That's what I'm saying.
My God, bro.
All right, stay right here though. Emily is about to come.
She's a bitch. She would never fight me a day in her life.
Wait a minute, girl. Listen, Philly. That's what I'm saying. You just can't talk reckless how she talk reckless and then go live thinking that people ain't gonna clock where you at. Philly ain't but so big. We got north, south, east, northeast, Kensington, Frankfurt, and that's about it. Mantua, Northern Liberties, which is still north. It's just where the white people at. Center City, all of these. Listen, we can tell where you're at. Listen, we just can, okay? Even though we're going through some major gentrification, we can still tell. I could tell by the sidewalk she probably in North Philly. This kind of look like, if I'm not mistaken, Germantown. I don't know. Because they've been doing a lot of construction. If this ain't Germantown, then that's Ridge Avenue. Look.
You know them? Yes, I know. That's the girl I was supposed to fight on Friday. So she waits till I'm right here. She's a bitch. She would never fight me a day in her life. She gonna wait till I'm standing right here chilling.
Wait. She wouldn't fight you. Nisa, every time you get in a fight, you give yourself constructive criticism on what you could have done to have not lost the fight. You know you can't fight. You said after your last fight, I'm going to need to get a trainer. Because the way that I wasn't able to hit her, and every hit she threw at me, she landed. So I'm going to have to get a trainer. Then she said how her balance is off. She then said, my balance, I gotta work on. She said I gotta work on my balance because I shouldn't have failed like that. She said because with the way I fell, if I would have had a stronger, foundation.
And when I didn't even realize it was her thing, they so bad. It was 2 people. I couldn't see though. Like I only saw her. I didn't see 2 girls. There was 2 people. They both had masks.
Oh!
They both had masks.
Well, what bus is that?
Yeah. Are you what happened? Yes, bro. That just oh my God, this is stabbing me in my fucking forehead.
Yeah, they didn't.
From the looks of it,
She said, "Did they stab me in my forehead?"
Maybe she had paused a lot, but if you look, it doesn't look like she touched the screen. So maybe it was by chance. Somebody called her, and the live went
she
off.
said, "Did they
But
poke me in my forehead?"
This mess.
No, I don't know. She didn't even see them. No, because it happened so fast. Like it hurt, but it's not like
I did have it, but I think it's gone because they took that Instagram of hers.
Yeah, so let me say, Sheila said, who is doing the reaction to the video? Why is she laughing? Yeah, that's Trees T. She obviously thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. I think it is very sad. This young woman seems to have a myriad of health issues or mental health issues. And then she just got beat up and she's asking if they stabbed her in the forehead. Look how her face is bleeding. Like, there's nothing funny about that to me. It is really heartbreaking.
Wait, you was out here?
No, I seen them running and that's what made me come out because the guard came out.
I only
don't know. She
seen
could've
one
seen
girl.
me. But what the? Where is this coming from? I must just break my.
Your arm, no, her hand. Right
Yeah.
there.
Yo, my head. Oh my God.
She was supposed to fight the one girl on Friday.
Oh, she is upset. My leg. Oh my God, bro.
All right, stay right here though. The ambulance is about to come.
Bro, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
save that live.
I'm gonna
have it on live.
I'm gonna do that.
Wait, you have it on live?
Yes, my phone was. I don't even know what was I doing right here. I was smoking, but I had my head turned. Bro, why nobody did nothing?
Nobody was out here. It happened too quick. I just ran out and they was gone already. They was
Did they
already
see extra live? Did they see it?
Save that live.
I know I'm gonna save it, but it just happened so fast. But I feel like I
save it.
All right. Oh, my face about to die.
It was only one girl.
After Anissa's alive, she ends up in the hospital and she films, but later takes the live down for whatever reason. But thankfully, I saved it. I didn't watch it, so let's watch it together. Within this live, she
looks just like Dr. Umar right here. She looks just like Dr. Umar right here. And she also repeats things like he does too. Please pay attention.
will explain what happened, who her attacker or attackers were. And from there, I will follow up if there's anything else that you guys need to know. But just know that Anissa is in a home right now. I don't know whose. She's bandaged up. She's safe. And she's actually live right now. But it's really sad to see. And if Anissa's mother is keeping up and watching these lives from YouTube, or she's watching her daughter, please have mercy on her. I understand that it is a lot to deal with somebody that has mental illness and is unmedicated, but that's your child. Have her placed somewhere if you have to, but don't let her stay out on the streets because it could get real dangerous, as we can see. And FYI, somebody that was watching Anissa on live informed her attacker of her whereabouts. It all went down.
Or maybe her attacker was on there.
Did y'all hear that? She said someone who was watching Anissa on live informed the person who attacked her that she was where she was. Okay, and supposedly this all happened because she was on live talking trash. I don't know, but that's what I heard. Okay, this is just all said. So I hope her mom lets her back in because I believe her mom kicked her out or something. That's why she said she was homeless.
See, she thinks you're funny. Okay. When they get you again.
Hello.
Take it for x-rays.
X-ray? So I had to go in a separate room. They did a CAT scan, but I don't like that because I'm claustrophobic. I started hyperventilating when they put me under the thing, but I don't think it closed. It's just like up top. So do the X-ray close? Okay. Okay. This is so funny to me.
I don't find it funny.
Oh, my fucking arm.
Now, do y'all hear this? Dr. Umar's daughter, Anissa, says it's so funny to her. And the lady who's been laughing the whole time, Tisa, she says, I don't find it funny. But you've been laughing at her the whole time. You've been laughing at this poor girl the whole time.
They beat her real quick. It happened like in a split second. I mean, the girl jumped. She did like a kangaroo hop and just came down with a punch on her forehead.
It's okay.
I'm
left eye.
looking for the video now.
You know, like when, like, are you listening? I'm sorry. Are you
I
listening?
sent
Sorry,
it
I
to
wanted to ask you
myself on
something.
Instagram.
You know, like if you ever got cut in your throat, don't that mess with your eye? Like can somebody cut you so bad in your throat that it messes with a vein in your eye that prevents you from blinking? You get what I'm saying?
Like nerve?
No.
Yeah, like the nerve. Like if you get stabbed in your throat.
What?
Because I know somebody, she got stabbed in her neck and her eye, one of her eyes is messed up.
No,
she
they
can still
punched
see,
her
but
in her eye.
Are you able to stand for 2 pictures?
Stand for 2 pictures? Oh my God, y'all, they been making me get up and down all day. Is this the last time I had to? I have
this?
no idea what else I said.
Oh, gee. Do y'all have,
They trying to help your dumb ass.
Yes.
for a cast?
I have no idea.
So what if
We have a whole bunch of x-rays to do. Let's see.
so what if I got Medicaid? I need a cast and I need crutches. I can't even walk on my left leg because I fell so hard.
Yeah, so
I can't even.
how they handle that.
Y'all have like a muscle relaxer. I can't even open my mouth all the way.
We don't give any drugs or anything.
No, they sure don't.
All we're doing is taking the X-ray.
They sure don't. Not in Philly, baby. You ain't getting no schedule, motherfucking 2s or 3s.
Okay, I can stand. Oh my god, my arm.
I'm looking for this video, y'all.
Well, you have to change your things, but yeah.
Wow.
Any plans of pregnancy?
No, I'm a
Do
virgin.
you have a bra on?
No.
You gotta put this cardboard behind your back.
Okay. Ooh. Wait, so y'all don't have any casts like for an arm?
Well, no, we don't do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I'm just asking. Like,
in general, do like in the hospital? Yes. Do we do that?
Just wanted
okay,
for
I was just
show.
asking in general. I know y'all don't do that.
You don't have any broken
We're gonna
bones,
take a
bitch. So why would they give you a cast?
Oh, this bitch, and I can't touch that.
And they haven't even given you an
So what,
X-ray
that's my, I
yet.
don't know what type of blood I got. I don't know if I'm O negative, A positive, B negative.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna stop right there because she's not saying too much more after that. They're just trying to get her situated for her x-ray. It's really so sad. Dr. Umar needs to be more concerned about his daughter than Medea, okay, throat goat, whatever he calls her, which is all nefarious in my opinion. He needs to be more concerned about his daughter than trying to ask people for money, okay, for that school that he's been collecting for about 13 years. All right. And then he has the nerve to say that his phone number hasn't changed in 20 years. Listen, as a parent, whether you feel like the other parent has said things about you that are not true or that were true, or has said things that just made your child turn against you, you can always take them to court. There is literally no excuse. There is literally no excuse. Some people will sit there and say, oh, the mom won't let me see my child. She kept the child from me. Well, take them to court. The only time you have an excuse, in my opinion, is if the parent, the custodial parent, is living somewhere and you don't have their address, you don't have their phone number, you have no way to find or contact them so that you can have them served and take them to court to get joint custody or whatever you need to do. Okay? So that is an excuse, but if you don't have that situation, then there is no excuse because parents should be fighting for their children. If you give a darn about them, that's what you should be doing. Dr. Umar certainly has no problem or issue coming online and asking people for money for that school that has yet to open after more than a decade. Okay, he's online going back and forth with the lady. I don't know her name. He calls her Medea. He's doing all of that. But at the end of the day, he needs to be more concerned about his daughter, in my opinion. Okay, so, it is what it is. Everyone, please like and share. I'm going to show one more video, and then I'm out of here. And the reason I'm showing this video is because Dr. Umar, if you mean what you say and you say what you mean, then you should definitely be trying to help your poor child because she looks like she's having a mental health crisis and all of that. Okay, posting stuff saying that she's dead and all of these things is, in my opinion, a cry for help. Okay, a cry for help. She's lying about herself being dead one day. The next day, she literally could be. People suffer from depression, trauma, or whatever, different things, specifically childhood trauma. And I'm not saying that she is, but I'm just saying there are a myriad of reasons why people take themselves up out of here. And she definitely needs help. Okay?
African cultures believe in the presence of our living dead. And our ancestors are our angels. They are the protection that is around us. And if we do not call on them, we will not have their support. Have you noticed? In South Africa, the white man names everything after one of his ancestors. He makes statues to all of his ancestors. All over the world, the white man is honoring his white ancestors, asking them to help them keep you in bondage. Are you asking your ancestors to help you liberate yourself from bondage? This war is as political as it is spiritual. And guess what? God, the Almighty, will not give us victory over white supremacy if all we want to do is imitate white supremacy. Let me explain something. We're not fighting for a free South Africa so you can wear Gucci and Louis. We're not fighting for a free South Africa. We're not fighting for a free South Africa so you can drive Mercedes Benzes and Louis Vuittons. We're not trying to remove the white man from capitalism to put a Negro in his place. We want to destroy white supremacy and its economic system of capitalism. One of the biggest contradictions in the global African freedom struggle, I see it everywhere I go. We act just like the people we're trying to get rid of. Black men are treating black women the same way white men treat white women. Black people are worshiping materialism the way white people do. Black people are tearing each other down, killing each other the same way white people do. Do you really think God, Almighty Supreme Consciousness, the Most High, by whatever name you call, because no name is sufficient, because God is beyond description. But understand, do you really think God is going to help us beat the white man just so we can replace him? The universe don't need another group of parasites, because that's what the Caucasian is. He's a parasite. And let me say this, South Africa. Let me say this.
Okay, I think we've heard enough. Now, Dr. Umar's out here doing all these presentations and all of that. Okay, but at the end of the day, your daughter's out here crying for help, begging for attention. All right? And I pray that she gets the help that she needs, because this is really so sad. It is absolutely so sad. With that all being said, everyone please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Hold on. The rainbow means we are all under one God. Okay? Why do people call Dr. Umar Kubar Vasquez? Who is that person? I've never heard of them. Sheila says, Medea said Umar lives with his mother. Yeah, she did say something along those lines, because she said she was the caregiver for the mother, even though she's not a licensed caregiver. So anyway, honey, Dr. Umar, it sounds like you have some things you need to deal with and get together, because that lady's putting his business out here in the streets. That lady's putting his business out here in these streets and, you know, saying that his mother is in unfit conditions and all of that, and that he doesn't want to get help because if he did, then those people might want to, you know, they might find out how he's living and all this stuff. This is what she said, okay, at the end of the day. So I'm just going to pray for his daughter that she gets the mental health that she needs, or at least gets mentally evaluated. Okay, so anyway, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
With that flavor all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. That's See right. A bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got